Throughout human history, technology has played a critical role in shaping the world we live in today. From the discovery of fire to the invention of the internet, each innovation has propelled humanity forward in many different ways. The 20th century saw the rise of computers and the internet, which have transformed almost every aspect of modern life. Personal computers, smartphones, and social media have connected people in ways that were once unimaginable. But like all things that people create, it also has its dark side.
Every business, no matter how large and no matter how small, will be on the internet in the year 2000. It's the primary way that people will look up information. It will replace the yellow pages as we know it today.
Are a lot of people just getting on to the internet because they feel that they have to get onto the playing field, so to speak?
Well, it's very hip to be on the internet right now.
I'm afraid that if I subscribed to something like internet,
you would really be hooked.
I would get hooked and I would never, spend time with my family.
After social media became popular all over the world, human mental health is in a drastic decline. People are more antisocial, depressed, anxious. People indulge more and more in instant gratification. And that's why in 2019 a trend called Dopamine Detox appeared on YouTube. But why did this trend fail for me and million others? Mostly because the YouTubers who made videos about it, they didn't fully know what it meant. They made very good videos to watch, but they weren't good to learn from. Because what the YouTubers are saying in those videos is stop eating poorly, stop using your phone 24/7, don't watch porn. But none of them tell us how to stop the bad habits we build up over the years. And precisely because of the lack of the knowledge, I didn't know how to get rid of my bad habits, and I would keep coming back to them every time. And so it was, until I discovered one thing. If you look a little deeper into things, how to get rid of habits that are deeply rooted in us, we can't just stop with them, and that's why after 1,000 times of trying to get rid of instant gratification, after a long time and hours of research, I found the answer. And that is delayed gratification. Delayed gratification is all things we are doing now that are a little uncomfortable, but we know that they will help us in the long run. And training is one example of that. It's a bit difficult for us, but we know that we will be healthy and stronger later. But how to apply that to overall life? The key thing is to replace all instant gratification in our lives with delayed. The best way, which I will tell you now, not many of you will be able to do. It is very difficult and require us to change as much as possible. And that is very difficult, but imagine how proud you will be of yourself when you succeed. The best way to install delayed gratification in your life is to make a calendar which will determine what you will do every day of your life, and write on it how would you like your one absolutely ideal and productive day to look like. And every day is different, to be fair. But if you try to stick on that calendar at least 50% of the time, imagine what changes you would make in your life. But in order to be able to do that, you have to give up video games, bad food, and pointless wasting of time. That's why not everyone will be able to cope with this. But believe me, there is no better way than this. And whatever little things you do, like eating junk food, you have to kick it out. And trust me, the progress you will see happening before your eyes, you won't be able to believe.
Consider a new chapter of your life, a new identity, where you drastically reduce how much of the instant gratification that you do. You drastically reduce all of the bad habits and suddenly just start doing all of the good habits. No matter how it makes you feel, you discipline yourself to just literally do all the good habits and just drastically try your absolute best to drastically reduce all of the bad habits. It must be all of them. And there's going to be a certain one that you really don't want to give up, and that's the exact one that if you gave up, your new life would just be unleashed. The reason why I'm saying this so much in this video, that one, there's something that you don't want to give up just right now. Because whatever it is in your mind of the instant gratification activities, whether it's video games or something, it's that one that's going to unleash this new chapter of your life. You don't realize how much you're missing out on up until you go 2-3 weeks without like your main crutch. Because when you do that, and you also have the sort of focus to go and do some of the good habits, you realize just how good life can be. I can't explain like how much this transformation means to me. Like I was literally just just a normal guy, just struggling with life and everything, and now I've become successful. I've become like the man of my house. I've retired my father. I've gotten my family's respect. I want that for you.